Good morning. Today is the 3rd of February. It's 9:30 in the morning here in California, which is about 3 hours after the market has opened in New York. And what we are going to do today is a little different. We're going to take a look at some positions that I might have on or be looking at putting on. And we're going to and discuss why. And we're going to look at multiple time frames. Okay, that's a little different. Usually we just look at one, but here we'll look at two. Okay, so here's the NASDAQ, and it says limit X up here, and that's just a sell order I put in the stratosphere, and it's not a serious sell order. It's there in order to kind of trick the software into having this particular chart on my uh, present positions page. As strange as that sounds. Okay, so let's take a look at daily. And here we can see a daily chart of the NASDAQ, and it's just, it's gone down a bit and it's tried to go up. And let's take a look here. And one of the things that people often comment about the median lines is that when you have a high, like right here, and then you have a median line, which is up slanting, in most cases, you won't get a break far below here, below this far median line down here, or this parallel rather, because it just doesn't happen very often. You don't worry about a big catastrophe. Usually there'll be another selling opportunity as it comes up. Sometimes it makes new highs, sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, a lot of people get surprised. Okay, so my thinking is this time it doesn't. Okay, let's look at a different time frame. We can see that on the 4 hour, prices kind of going sideways. Right now, we have a situation where they've done a reversal at what I call a star point. You need to take the course to find out what that is, and that's pretty good. So we want to wait until prices move a little bit to the downside before we're jumping on a short position here. Okay. Let's move over to currencies. They're nice. Here we go, Swiss franc. Okay, so Swiss franc, let's look at the daily. And on the daily, we can see that prices did some kind of a three-wave down move. And let's remove this here. And it was kind of a downish slant, and so um, okay. So here you had some prices came down to some kind of trend line down there, or near a trend line. Okay, and then if we look here and we draw our median line, we can see that prices went down past the median line. And we know that in most cases, prices will make it to the median line and very often even go past it. So they went down here, and you might notice that this here says +1, which means we have a long position on. And from somewhere after I got up this morning, which was probably about over here somewhere. And up we go. And so the thinking is that there's a really good probability that prices will continue to the upside, which means the dollar goes down. Okay, let's just take a look at dollar just for grins. There's the dollar. There's a bunch of messy lines. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, so the thinking is that the dollar will continue to go down, and when it does make a new low, which I think is probable at this point, course members, I highly recommend you look at this because this pattern is one that you're familiar with that makes things interesting. Let's just let me take a look at. Yeah. So we can see our weekly is in a down thing, and let's see the daily is downish, and I would really seriously look at see if there's any good things coming in at this point here when it makes new lows, which will probably be next week, and because down here somewhere may be a very interesting buying opportunity. Okay. Okay, let's go back to, okay, so much for the dollar and the Swiss franc and all that kind of stuff. Let's go to gold. Okay, gold. Here's a daily chart. Let's see if we can do something intraday. Okay, so what happened was yesterday I sent out a chart which effectively, let's say, move drawing. I sent out a chart when prices were out here to course members, and saying, hey, look at the market. You've got two things going on, one on the daily and one on intraday. Take a look at the market. Now, personally, I wound up going short up here. I took the ride to the downside, got out this morning, and took some profits. And knowing that the probability is that the down move will continue. I just don't want to go, even though I think the market's going to go up, I don't want to necessarily go against that because that doesn't have the kind of risk I'd like to take. So I just waited until it went up a bit, and then, yes, I went short again. Okay, so let's take a look at daily pattern. Okay, so as you look at the daily pattern here, you'll see that this is Tom's favorite pattern. And Tom was the guy who hung out with Andrews a lot, remember? Okay, an engineer who likes very specific things. Okay, let's see. So we've done gold, we've done currencies, we've done the stock market. I don't really have anything interesting in the oil patch. Let's see. How about bonds? Okay, bonds. Bonds are really pretty easy. Now, if you look at this here, bonds here made a high here. This is a daily chart. Came down, up, actually down, up, down, up, down, up. And now, let me see, was this low here? Okay, yeah. And so they made some kind of a, you might call it a attempt of an ABC of some kind. So you have 5 waves down and 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now if you look at this pattern in here, okay, this is the intraday pattern. This, if you just look at it up to, let's say over here, okay, this gave me a very interesting, over here gave me interesting to go for a quick buy to the upside, which I didn't do, but it gave me a buy signal and comes up over here. It gives me a textbook sell signal. I'm going, geez, this thing's just, buy, sell, buy, sell. So what's going on here? Well, when you have these buy, sells, what you'll often have is a very strong continuation to the downside. So, and it's pretty much confirmed by the daily. So I would look for this to continue to the downside. Okay, it just needs a little bit of time. And yes, it says here I'm short. So we'll just have to wait and see. Okay. So this can we look at grains? Do we have anything in grains? Let's see if there's anything I like in here. Let's take a quick look. Nothing I like to easily jump on in the grains. Probably one of my favorites right now are the bonds, and that's very straightforward. It's simply that if you look at the pattern in here, this is Tom twice, and if you look over here, on the daily. Whoops, that's the daily. Yeah, that's the daily. It's been going, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down again, and now kind of hanging out here on the sideways. So my thinking is that the downtrend continues. Okay. So anyway, I thank you for your time. Hope you all have a nice weekend, and we'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, we got to have the advertisement in here. These techniques here are all andrewscourse.com techniques, and we have a free email group. If you go to the andrewscourse.com site and click on the Precision Trader thing, free Precision Trader email group. We moderate it so you don't get the Viagra commercials and all that nonsense. And but if you want to, put a question up, please do. Uh, then then we also have the Andrews course, which you can get at andrewscourse.com. One of the advantages of being in the free email group is you wind up getting notified when these videos are free and available to the public. If you're in the private Andrews group, you'll get things that in your email, you'll be in a private email group, and you'll get things directly, charts directly, and other things that people in the public don't get. So anyway, I thank you for your time and have a nice weekend.